Hey there, this is Michael Hensen with the Indie Musician's Career Guide, and this video is going to demonstrate how to register a new song title with ASCAP. So to start, we're going to go to the ASCAP member area and log in. Then over here, we're going to go to your works area and go to register or edit work. Now here, if you look at the top registration, you have home, register title, view and edit existing title, and two other entries. We're going to pick register a title, and then we're going to actually use the standard form. In another video of mine, you'll see a quick form registration, which basically applies only if you are one writer or it's a single or solo writer, and also that the publishing is not being split but is like 100% publishing under one publishing entity. So if it does fall into that category, the quick form option can be used, but for this we're going to use the standard form. So I'm going to hit begin. Okay, so this is the first portion, and this is the questionnaire portion of any song or title registration. It says this work contains the following, check all that apply. For general, most songs or most compositions, you're going to select original music, and if you're a singer-songwriter, you're going to be selecting original lyrics. For the track I'm currently registering, it's not necessary for the lyrics because this is actually going to be a soundtrack piece. So now that this is checked, the original music, go to the end and hit save continue. And then here's the work title. So this is the name of the song actually. We're going to enter that in. And I believe that's the name of it. There's a Slick Rick song that actually is called Children's Story 2. It happens to be the same title. Okay, the duration. We have to enter the duration of the track. So it's actually 1 minute and 5 seconds. And then here's the copyright information. This is if you sent off a copyright registration sheet and you've received back the registration. You'll enter the copyright date, year or day, month, and year. And then here you're also given a copyright number. If you don't have a copyright, which a lot of people of course will not, and that's okay, you go ahead and check this box for a copyright pending. Now, registering your work with ASCAP, BMI, or CSAC is almost like having a partial copyright because you're actually taking a legitimate effort to register the work and do it in a professional manner. So this isn't a copyright registration, but it's actually considered something that would help to protect your work. So down here, it's got production information, and it says optional. You must check this box if there is production information. For this song, I am going to use this, so I'm going to go ahead and click that. And for my intended purpose, I'm going to probably select library work, and then the name of the production or library. So this is going to be part of a library called Output Media, and this is actually entry Output Media 3. It says name and or number of the CD or acronym for the library. So this is actually, we do have a library name, and the library name happens to be Hens Pub 5001. So that is actually the library that this belongs to. Now, I don't have an exact order of tracks on these in this library. Most people will register an order of tracks and then burn it to a CD. But if you don't, it's no worries. This is optional information, but this would be actually the track number that you would enter in. Okay, so we're going to go save and continue to go to the next page. Saying actually, please check the product information and select the bottom of the form. So it's actually requiring me to enter a cut or a number. So this is actually my 4th registration for this. So I'm going to actually use the number 4. So I'll save and continue. And then it says this work, we're down to the publishing portion. So it says this work has a publisher. Yes, it does. We're going to add original publisher. We're going to select Hensen Music Publishing because that is the current publisher for this work. We are going to check the box that says we have a contract with the publisher. And then if you haven't seen other videos that I've done or you're unaware, the publisher's share equals up to a total of 50% of the track. The other 50% is the writer's share. So 50% can belong to the publisher and 50% can belong to the writer. Well, and it can also be publishers or writers. So if you had a dual publishing or sub-publisher, which sometimes that's the case because they may be doing different duties for you, then this number could be 25% and somebody else could own another 25%. For publishing, we're going to select 50% since it's really the full share of publishing. So save and continue. And so now you see Hensen Music Publishing is the publisher under ASCAP. The ownership is 50% of the track. And then we're going to come here to the writer selection and add a writer. Okay, so there are writers that are under me, and I'm going to select myself because I was the writer for this track. And it says if you are the writer or have a contract with this person, you must check this box. The box has already been checked. It says you should also select from the drop down the name of the original publisher to whom this person assigned his or her publishing interest. So we are going to select Hensen Music Publishing. Designation of the person. This is usually composer, artist, or artist-composer. So we do have composer selected. Ownership share is 50%. We're going to do save and continue. And so now we have a writer listed and we have the publisher. So for the final portion, it's as if this track has already been re-recorded in some form, then you want to select this title has been recorded. And we're going to add the person who is responsible for either performing or the artist who created the track. And this could be the producer too as well. If you're a producer and you're creating tracks for artists, this is where your information would go. So you're going to say add, and you're just going to put in your last name and then the first name and save and continue. So now the performer or artist is registered under here. And then we have recording information. This is optional, but we are going to say that this is part of Output Media 3 and album or CD label, and this is part of Total Aspect Records. And the release date, we actually can pull up the track and look at. Now this is a little hint. If you don't have an actual release date, like you didn't do an official release, you can actually just go to your track, do a properties, and look at it and find out the date around the time when you created the track. Right here it says modified September 13th, 2013. So I'm guessing that is close to the actual born on date. This is created, but if you have a modified date and it shows earlier, it's probably more likely that that was around the time when you actually created the track. So we're going to use this date right here as the release date, September 13th, 2013. So we're going to go in here, enter 09/13, 2013. And then catalog number. And this is part of the catalog, Hensen Publishing. And there it is, Hensen Publishing 5001. So we're going to go ahead and save that. And this is whatever you name or ID your catalog number as. And it can be a combination of letters and numbers. But you could have just a straight number for the catalog number if you'd like. Save and continue. And now it says this work has not yet been submitted for ASCAP registration. So we are now going to finalize by submitting it. This basically is just a red text just letting you know that submitting this, you want to actually do the best and most accurate information so that you don't have any discrepancies and legalities with regarding to the song or the people or person whoever produced the track. So we're going to click submit. And now this work has been successfully submitted. So this is actually now entered in as one of the tracks in my database. So thank you very much for watching this video. You have been watching the Indie Music Career Guide. This is Michael Hensen, and I do have other videos if you're interested on copyright registration, all kinds of other registration, song registration, song editing, and all kinds of other tutorials located on my YouTube. Thank you very much for checking this out. If you can, please leave a comment or a thumbs up if you like the video.